Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to Misguided Intuition, where I could tell you better than I could tell me. Hopefully my camera stays in place. This thing is being really wonky today and it doesn't want to stay where I put it. So we'll see if it stays working. Before I jump into the reading, a couple of things. As per usual, this is a general reading for the collective for whoever stumbles across it whenever. However, I usually don't call out dates in the videos, and I guess I'm going to go ahead and start calling out the dates. I don't always remember to put it in the description, like when I filmed it, and sometimes I film more than one in a day and I schedule them. I set the intention for like when I'm reading it. I keep it all in a notebook. So today's reading is going to be for Wednesday, August 9th, 2023. But whenever you find it is when you find it, when you need to hear it. So I'm going to change that. Just because I don't know why I feel called to do that, but I'm going to do that. A couple of things I wanted to discuss before starting with the cards. I want to talk about bullies and spiritual bullies real quick, because there's been a couple things that have happened in the recent past few days here. So if you know, you know, and if you don't know, I'm not going to name names because I'm not going to give these people any more airtime than they've already had. But a clip of a podcast started going viral for the wrong reasons, where an individual was basically mocking creators with small followings, and it was really rude. It was just really rude. Because, I mean, even being on here, I have 13 subscribers right now. I only get a few views and likes per video, and it is what it is. So I guess I would be considered a small-time content creator. But like my eldest daughter, she is a content creator, and she doesn't really do much on YouTube anymore because of our current situation. But she is on TikTok and she is on Instagram and she does UGC content and whatnot. And just the remarks that this person made were very hurtful. And so I believe she referred to them as faux fluencers, like fake influencers, like FAUX fluencers. And so, since my daughter is really passionate about, you know, anti-bullying and stuff, she went to Teespring and she made some shirts. She left it at the default price in Teespring, so if you've ever shopped on there, you already know what the pricing is like. But basically the shirt says I'd rather be a faux fluencer than a faux fluencer, as in I'd rather be a FAUX fluencer than a FOE fluencer. If you don't know what that means, I guess look it up. But if you know, you know. So I'm going to drop the link for those down below, because while, I mean, I'm not going to say I don't care, right? Because like I do care for the fact that was just unnecessary to even say something like that, like to use your platform for something like that. I feel like it was just really hateful and very just mean and unnecessary. And I don't really vibe with that. But you know, like it doesn't I don't feel personally attacked, because I'm like, whatever, like how that person got their following is not the same way that, you know, some of us are getting our followings. So there's that. But my daughter does feel very strongly about it, and I'm very supportive of my kids' endeavors. So I'm going to put the link for those below. And I know there is another design that she's going to be working on that I kind of like. It came into my head, and I kind of sent it to her because that's her area of creativity, not mine. I've said before, I crochet and knit, and she, you know, she knows how to do all that other stuff. So when the other shirt drops, I'll probably just pop that in the description box too. The other thing I wanted to address is spiritual bullying. It doesn't feel good, and I don't like it, and I don't appreciate it. Now, I'm a spiritual person, obviously. I'm on here reading tarot cards and everything. I have the crystals, I have the herbs, I have the incense, I have the cards, I have hams and hands and evil eyes and little cinnamon brooms and stones, and I grid my house and I have plants, and I love animals, and none of this is unknown for people that know me. And so I also have a boogie board on my refrigerator, and my spouse, hopefully soon to be ex-spouse, took it upon himself to repeatedly go and delete the protective symbol I had written on my boogie board. And I confronted him yesterday about it, which turned into a huge, like, I lost my temper, and I found myself in such an ugly energy that I haven't sat in for so long that I cried afterwards because it didn't feel good. Like, I literally wanted to throw up, which is just yuck, right? But my thing is, if you don't care to educate yourself, if you're too arrogant to educate yourself about what someone else believes or whatever because you don't believe in it and you don't like this and you don't like that, then leave it alone and mind your business. Somebody else's spirituality is not for you to mess with. Like, if you don't share the same beliefs that I have, that's okay. We can talk about it. I like to, personally, I have a shelf full of books on all sorts of different belief systems. I'm not big on organized religion, I will say that, but I'm not completely ignorant to it either. I was made to go to Catholic church as a child. I've been to a non-denominational church as an older child and young adult, and I have decided along the way, like, where I feel most aligned and want to put my energies. So yeah, I don't even know why I felt compelled to share that with you, but that is what happened to me yesterday, and I felt so absolutely disgusted and sick and just kind of attacked, really. Like I said, like, if it's not for you, then walk on. It's kind of like when you see a post that you don't like online, like, keep scrolling. Like, you don't have to address everything that that you don't like. So anyway, let's get to the cards. Today we're going to throw with the Beautiful Creatures Tarot. We're going to clarify with these ones that just say Learning Tarot cards. I've used these before. And then we're going to pull our Oracle message from the Oracle of the Shapeshifters, who has the same artist as the Beautiful Creatures Tarot. Different authors? Different authors, same artist. So there's that. I have the book for the Oracle cards. But yeah. So let's jump into this. Everything will be linked below. You know the drill. And let's see what the collective needs to hear for today, which will be for August 9th, which is also the beginning of pre-shadow for Mercury retrograde. I believe pre-shadow starts 2 weeks prior to retrograde, and then the post-shadow runs for like the 2 weeks after. So if you don't know what that means, I encourage you to go read up on Mercury retrograde, how it affects people with your placements and in general, and just really kind of center and ground yourself, and don't let it beat you up too bad. And enjoy the memes that people post about it online. They're usually pretty good. So I think my favorite one is that somebody stuck Mercury in the microwave again, or Mercury is making lemonade again. It's all sorts of silly stuff. Anyway, what does the collective need to hear? Let's find out. These are big, but pretty. We're not doing that. Come on now. Which way is... The first time I ever used these, I threw cards like clear across my kitchen, so. All right. Six of Pentacles. Generosity. The Hermit. Introspection. Seven of Pentacles reversed, so progress reversed. We've got paranormal at the bottom, which is curiosity. The Empress at the top, creativity, self-love. The Wheel at the center, I've not had that come out there yet. Changes. First impressions of this, to me, this is just what I'm taking from this, is that you need to take a moment to kind of pull back a little bit. Pull back into hermit mode for a minute and really consider what you're giving to, where you're putting your energy, because it could be hindering your progress. Easier said, right? Would be easier to, how to better explain. Well, then you'll get this one then. So if you are worrying about all the negative things and all your energy is going towards the negative things, how are you going to progress towards positive things, right? It's kind of like that. So that is my first impression here, is that you need to pull back and really assess what you're giving your energy to, because it's hindering your progress. At the bottom we have the paranormal curiosity, which I actually don't know what that card means, so I'm going to grab the book out real quick, because I don't know that card. So where is it? It's a bonus card for this deck. It's a pretty card. It's giving the craft. It's if you've seen the craft. So the paranormal curiosity says, I learned the hard way that there are some things that should remain a mystery and should be left alone. Of course, discover which at your own risk. In a reading, this card represents the dire need to figure something out. Things are a mystery to you. You may not be able to solve it. There is a calling from the unknown that summons your attention. Follow it and see what you discover. A bit of skepticism clouds your beliefs, and you feel that you must prove something right or wrong. Either or. Don't step on anybody's personal beliefs. Wow, what did I just say at the beginning of this video, right? Don't be messing with other people's beliefs. The Empress. The Empress, the key word on here is creativity. I also take that as, she's usually pictured as pregnant. So if it's not a literal pregnancy, birthing new ideas, creativity, also loving the hell out of yourself. The Wheel of Fortune is changes. This one is kind of cool though. She's going to roll the dice and see where it lands. So in this instance, it's like she's trusting that the wheel is going to turn to where she needs it to. But let's grab this deck here and clarify these up a little bit and see if we can get some more on this. I love the art style on these cards. Like, I have some other decks with the same type of artwork. I don't know why I'm drawn to these. They're a little bit dark for my liking, but I just generally, just the aesthetic for whatever reason. I don't know. Alright, let's see. Come on. Alright, let's clarify the Six of Pentacles, please. Six of Pentacles, please. I'm not taking all that. Got the Chariot on the Six of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. And then the Hermit, please. Nope, I got a quick answer on that one. Where is this? Right. Yep. Okay. This is actually like making sense. So Seven of Pentacles in reverse, please. I don't think this is going to be a super duper long, complicated reading. We've got the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom, the Seven of Cups at the top, and the Queen of Wands in the middle here. All right. So we have the Six of Pentacles, generosity, the Chariot. And I was saying that the whole thing read like, watch what you're giving to versus what you're getting. And the Chariot, some of the keywords on this card, willpower, self-discipline, focus, overcoming obstacles. So, and then on the Hermit, we got the Four of Cups. And then with the Seven of Pentacles, we got the Ace of Wands, which aces are new beginnings. Wands could be, Ace of Wands could be something creative, something could be in regards to travel, any kind of growth or forward movement, really. So I feel like these cards just reiterated like what I was saying. Really watch what you're giving your energy to at this time. Kind of pull back and see where you're giving it to, because if you're putting your energy in the wrong spot, you stand the risk of missing opportunities that are coming in for you. And the things that are coming in for you, this Ace of Wands that's coming in for you, you don't want to miss it. Like, you have a cup coming in from you from this side, and then on this side you've got an Ace of Wands, and you're not looking at either one right now because you're looking at these 3 empty cups up here. So forget about those for a minute, because those aren't doing you any favors. You need to pay attention to what's going on around you and put your energy into that stuff instead. With the Seven of Cups showing up, we've talked about this, about lots of different options and opportunities and stuff, but there's also illusions and fantasies mixed in there. So make those choices carefully. Make the choice carefully as to where you're putting your energy. You can put your energy anywhere you want to, but choose carefully, because where you put it is going to affect what happens with your, you know, with your life, with your progress. My throat is really dry today, sorry. Knight of Pentacles. This is still a time where it's requiring patience and perseverance. It's requiring you just have to trust that you're going to get there. We've talked about that slow and steady energy. Like, trust that you're going to get there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have much else to say on this. I'm not really sure why the Paranormal Curiosity card is here, other than maybe if you're looking into other options of the paranormal or occult type. Maybe that's it. I don't really know. I don't know you. I don't know your thing. I know, I just know what I see. So let's go to the Oracle and get our final messages here. I love the artwork on the, well, on both sides of these cards, but on the back, it's little frogs with, like, I don't know if I would say those are fairy wings or dragon wings, but either way, they're pretty cool. Come on. There we go. All right. What final advice do we have for the collective for this reading? These cards are big and they're a little bit thin, so they're a little bit sticky and they kind of just like bend up on themselves. Yeah. I grabbed it, so I'm going to. The Butterfly Ferrets, I Am Reborn. Judging by some of the previous readings that I've done on here, yeah, there's been a lot of transformation taking place. The unending sadness of looking back, endless regret, obsessive grief, replaying the past, negative nostalgia. You know, I'm going to stop right there, because here we got the fairy be my life is sweet. Artemis, I don't know how to pronounce it, of the forest. Now you're independent and free. Because I feel like, without even going into the book first, you have I Am Reborn, and then you have the sadness of looking back. And that's what I was saying about, be careful of where you're putting your energies. Which energy are you going towards? Are you going forward towards, I am reborn, my life is sweet, you're independent and free? Or are you looking back at endless regret, obsessive grief, replaying the past, and negative nostalgia? If you're looking over here, if you're looking at this sad, I hope that's not too glary. If you're looking in that direction, how are you expecting to get here? Right? So you need to keep pushing forward. Like, obviously you've been through a lot, you've done a lot of work, so why backpedal? Let's see what this says here. This says, you've been through a time of great challenge and difficulty. You feel new, vulnerable, and inexperienced. You thought you might not survive to see this day, but now it's here, and you're drying your newfound wings in the gentle sunlight. For this moment, just one moment, know that there's nothing for you to do but take in the significance of the change you have shaped for yourself. You have changed, you are renewed, you have passed a great test, and now you are reborn. It is a dangerous time, but you are protected greatly right now. There will be sentries who will alert us to your every need, and you have time to grow into these wings and learn how to use them. For now, take your time, breathe in the new air, and taste afresh the sweet times of life. You have changed and are at a very new stage with very little experience. While the butterfly ferrets celebrate you and your transformation, they are watchful. So they send you these alert, aware young ones to keep safe your borders while you find your feet, shake off the shock of birth, and set your new direction. You will be protected at your most vulnerable. You will not turn back. See? You will not turn back. You will be protected. Let's see. I already read that. You will not turn back. You cannot go back to the womb. You cannot go back to sleep. You cannot be as you were because you withstood the tomb of the cocoon. You withstood the tomb of the cocoon and have resurrected in this lifetime. You are beloved, and the butterfly ferrets celebrate who you have become. Right. So, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you've been doing some hellified work here. You've been going through, I'm going to assume, some type of awakening. And once you wake up, it is really hard to go back to sleep. You can't unsee what you've seen. You cannot unhear what you've heard. And you cannot unlearn what you've learned. So, yeah, no, you cannot crawl back to the past into the womb. You have to keep pushing forward now. And if you've recently awoken, then yeah, it stands to reason that you are protected. And I think we talked about that. Ooh, what reading was that? The one with the dragon cards, where I was showing you the card with the magician with the ghostly dragons around it, like your ancestors and your spirit guides. Like you are protected right now. So it's scary, but you don't need to be afraid, because you're like the universe has your back right now. Your ancestors got your back. You're good. You need to focus on, you know, this card, like I said, it says creativity, but the Empress also speaks about loving yourself. And you need to love yourself. It says, my life is sweet. Like, hell yeah. It's definitely, if it's not entirely sweet, if there's a hint of bitterness left, well, add more sugar. Is all I could tell you. Add more sugar. Now you're free of whatever was causing all this crap in the past. You've broken free from whatever was bringing you down. Whatever filled you with grief and regret. And now your life is sweet. Sweeten it up. Love yourself. Keep pushing on. Make sure to keep where you're putting your energies. You're putting it in the forward, you know, the life is sweet section. You're not putting it in this sour jar over here. Does that make sense? Anyway, that is what I've got for you. And I hope that this message reaches whoever needs to hear it. And I will have all the decks linked below in the description box. I'll link them t-shirts that my kid made in the description box. And I guess that's it. I will see you guys next time. Stay blessed.